Hey y'all, welcome to my modern homestead. I'm Janet. Alyssa's recording for me, and I forgot to record earlier, so I pulled over. I had to stop. Y'all, we are doing our Irish series, and we live close to a town called Dublin. Hello, Dublin, Ireland. There is a huge, well, let's say huge, but it's a big celebration. It's a big deal here. It's not far from the house, and they do a week-long celebration type thing, different things every day, and it all culminates on that Saturday with a pancake breakfast. But anyway, that's besides the point. But I knew if I wanted to get Irish sausages anywhere here where I live, my best bet was going to be here in Dublin. So I went down to the Kroger. This is as close as I could find. I've never seen them anywhere else. It's Irish garlic sausages, and I picked up my Guinness. I don't drink it, but I cook with it on St. Patrick's Day. So anyway, when we get home, I'll show you the grocery haul and we'll get busy cooking. Let's go. Okay, y'all, let's take a look at what we got. Here we have some leeks and some parsley and some scallions and a small bunch of kale. And then we have some buttermilk. And this has nothing to do with my Irish dishes, but they had it on sale. That's my favorite tomato sauce. It's cheaper to cheaper to buy it than to make it, and you get a jar you can with. So, also picked up some gold potatoes and some plates. One of the stars of this show. I don't drink, but I do use it to cook, well, just like I told you. I have 3 large onions and 1 bulb of garlic. We have some heavy cream, some olive oil. Again, yogurt has nothing to do with my meals, but I needed it. I have some eggs, some ground pork where we're going to make our own sausage. Then we have ta-da! Our Irish garlic sausage. I don't know if it's Irish or not, but it's all we could find. I might have been able to find a more genuine type deal, but I didn't have time to look around a lot. And I picked that up just to have. And then 2 pounds of bacon. Those packs are for our meals. And I did get a case of water, but I didn't put it out. So anyway, our first dish, 2 English acres. I'm so sorry. Please deal with me. Y'all just ignore this one and just skip on. Don't laugh at me making bangers and mash. That's what we're making tonight. So let's get this put away and we'll work on our meal. Okay, are y'all ready to cook? All right. I have out my potatoes, my onions, my sausage, and the stuff I need to go with it. So the first thing we need to do is to get our potatoes cut up. We'll need to peel them first. I have 4. They're kind of smallish russet potatoes. There's only 3 of us here tonight, so I don't need very much. And then I have some buttermilk, some flour, a cup of beef stock. We'll use a cup of the Guinness for our gravy. So, y'all, interesting fact, in Ireland it's a religious type of day because St. Patrick. And in Ireland, traditionally, they didn't drink on that day. But anyway, that's besides the point. St. Patrick's Day, the history is amazing. It's not about the green and the leprechauns and all of that and the party and the parades that we're used to in America. Go look up some of that history. You'll be fascinated. Let's get this stuff peeled. Actually, while I start these potatoes, I'm going to let this pan heat up for the sausages. I'm going to get those going first because I have a feeling those are going to take just a little bit longer than the potatoes to cook. Because if you cut potatoes up small enough, it only takes about maybe 5 minutes for them to get soft enough. Okay, y'all, in the time I was waiting, for the pan to heat up, I got the potatoes peeled. Now I'm just going to pour about a tablespoon of olive oil in the pan. And then we're going to put in the sausages. I can never get these things open. Alrighty. Those in there, spread them out. And we're just going to let them cook. And spreading them around in the olive oil. We'll let them cook for about 10 minutes with the lid on. This eye can get really hot, so I'm going to turn it down just a little bit and just let it go. Let's get the potatoes and onions chopped up. Woo! That almost was bad. Let's see. Okay, have all the potatoes chopped up. Now we're going to slice the onion. I'm going to slice it in half this way without cutting myself. And we're going to peel it, and then we'll slice this way really thin. Actually, we're going to peel this way. And the same thing with this half. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Let's just flip these. And then we'll put the lid back on. I'll let you take a peek. I can just about see. So, we'll do the same thing. 5 more minutes. I turned it down a little bit more also. Alrighty, I am done chopping up the onions and the potatoes. I'm going to drop the potatoes into this water. I already started it heating. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of salt. That water will get drained. Alright, that's all we have to do until this sausage goes these last few minutes. Now, do y'all know why these were called bangers? It's the sausage that was called bangers. And you guys, that's because I think it was during World War II, when pickings were slim, the sausage casings were filled with scraps and cereal and just whatever they could find to make a sausage with. And when they would cook them on the shovel or whatever they had out in the field to cook with, they would pop and make a really loud banging noise. So therefore, they're called bangers. Anyway, I've got my knife washed, dried off. Another tip, you want to keep your knife sharp. Wash it and dry it just as soon as you use it. Don't let those minerals stay on that knife and dull it. All right, y'all, it's been 10 minutes. And what we want to do at this point is just kind of turn the sausages a little bit to let the backside brown. Just kind of have to prop them up on each other. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Don't sweat it if you can't. Just do the best you can. Come on, you. Sausages are so unruly. All right. And I just didn't leave well enough alone. There we go. Y'all see what I did? I just kind of had them up on their backs where they didn't get brown. We'll give it just a few more minutes. I'm going to put the lid on just to keep it from splattering, but I'm going to leave it propped a little bit. Just kind of helps with the popping. About 5 more minutes, and I'm going to break the rules a little bit. I'm going to put the onions in this and let them cook. I'm considering doing it now. I've never made this dish before, so y'all offer me some grace. Offer grace. It says to do the gravy separate, but I think I'm going to put the onions in. What y'all think? Let's go ahead and put the onions in. Why waste time? Why dirty another dish? Look, y'all, I'm feeling a little bougie today. I even have Irish butter. Since it's Irish, pure Irish butter. It's Kerrygold. And you can find this at any store. I don't know if it's Irish or not, but hey, we're going with it. So, put that in the pot and throw this away. And I have my onions here. Let this butter get good and melted. I'm just going to stick the onions over here in this corner of the pan. Where it's empty. So, pop in the onions. Now in a minute, when we want to cook this gravy down, I will take the sausages out. But I see no reason why we can't cook the onions with the sausage. I did let them get brown first, so we got that. It's not going to steam. And the sausage does not get brown. It's going to be just fine. It's our recipe. Even in America, we take American recipes and do our own twist to them, right? Oh, and one more thing. This is also traditionally a British dish. You will find it in England, all over, and that's very common. Ireland and Britain share a lot of recipes. They share a lot of history, so that's okay too. We're going to do one more dish this week that is also a British tradition in pubs, and I think it's great. I went to an Irish pub here in America. I know that sounds crazy, right? But it was in the little town of Sonoya. If you've ever watched The Walking Dead, where part of Walking Dead was filmed, there's a little Irish pub there. Neatest little place. And my friend took me there, and we had this dish that I fell in love with. I was going to save it for Christmas around the world, and we may do it for Christmas around the world, but I really wanted to do it this week also. So I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. If y'all voted on the community post, you might can guess which one it is. These onions are already nice and pretty. They're starting to deglaze the pan on their own. So they have some color to them, but they're nowhere near done. So let's just let them cook. Okay, the potatoes are boiling. I went ahead and took the sausages out of the pan. So while the potatoes are boiling, I'm going to set the timer for about 5 minutes, just until the potatoes are fork tender. Right, let's add the flour into the onions. Can't see it if I get too close. We're just going to sprinkle it over the top. And then we're going to let it cook in for about 2 or 3 minutes just to get the flavor of the flour out. Woo! Potatoes are trying to boil over. Woo! Caught it just in time. They smell so good. Now that flour is what's going to thicken up your gravy. And because we put it in with the onions, your gravy is going to be smooth as silk. It's not going to be lumpy and bumpy. Sorry, my arm's at a weird angle trying not to knock over this Guinness. And speaking of which, I have a cup of beef broth here. I'm just going to add a cup of the Guinness into it. Well, that smells like beer. Ooh, that looks weird. I don't know if y'all can tell it. It's just the bubbles, but it looks weird. Okay, y'all, let's pour, trying to get y'all where I can see. Let's pour the stock into the onions. Stock and the stout. Stock and stout. Stock and stout gravy. Oh my goodness. I don't think I got enough sleep last night. So anyway, we just run it around, try to deglaze the bottom of your pan. Get up all the tasty bits. And when this thickens up, your gravy is ready. And I will also add the sausages back in just a minute. So we can keep those warm. Let's check on the potatoes and see if those are tender. They are, but let's give them, I like them to be a little bit more tender. Let's give them maybe 2 more minutes. All right, y'all. Our gravy is getting bubbly and it's thickening up, so I'm going to add the sausages back in and let them hang out here while I finish up the potatoes. I just turned those off. So this gravy, it should thicken up as it sits and cools off also. But oh, it's so pretty, y'all. And you can make it as thin or as thick as you like it. If you like yours thick, just let it keep cooking until it's as thick as you like. Get all that goodness out of that pan. All right, let's just let it sit here for a minute while we do the potatoes. I'm going to take them and we're going to drain them. All right, potatoes are drained, so I'm going to add in some butter. It's about 2 tablespoons, 2.5. Then I'm going to add just a little salt. It didn't say to season them, but it's potatoes, y'all. Maybe they don't for this recipe. Oh my goodness. Y'all forgive me if you're not supposed to. Y'all let me know down. Probably shouldn't have used that much pepper either. Yikes. Y'all let me know down below. Nicely, please. Don't hurt my feelings. All right. And y'all, I have never in my life seen anybody put buttermilk into potatoes, but oh, my southern heart. That hurts. Okay. We did it. It's done. So now we just mash them up until they're the consistency we like. I won't bore y'all and make y'all watch me mash potatoes. Oh. Stop. Okay, y'all. Got the mashed potatoes all done. So, about ready to plate it up. Are y'all ready? Y'all, look at that. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to taste this. Y'all, I'm gonna cut off a bite of this. Let's see how we did. Little sausage, little potato, a little bit of onion. Here we go. Let's see. I could be Irish for a lifetime. Or British, you know. Actually, I guess I partly am. Y'all, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you get to try this. Be watching for our Ode to Ireland. We've got a couple more meals coming up. We got to eat, right? So, I hope to give you some ideas of things you can do if you want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day your way. So until we meet again, y'all, may you be blessed, and you know I love it when you come and spend a few minutes with me. See you next time.